Anyone who has ever suffered with toothache will know how horribly uncomfortable it can be. But set against the prospect of a pensioner deciding between heating and eating this winter might, you think, put such anguish into perspective. It's a question to ponder given that one of the many reasons given for Labour MPs abstaining on the winter fuel vote was a dental appointment. Is it possible that the others who also chose yesterday not to express where they stood on the motion to block the government's plans to means test the benefit were also troubled by a nagging filling or a broken crown? After all, dozens of Labour MPs failed to vote with Keir Starmer in the House of Commons to axe the payment for pensioners. Meanwhile, this devastating move was give the green light, which will mean the number of fuel payments to those once eligible will fall from 11.4 million to 1.5 million this winter. 8 ministers were among 53 Labour MPs who abstained on the vote. And indeed there may well have been a few legitimate reasons for doing so. Or perhaps there was a far simpler explanation: they were simply taking the coward's way out. Rather than confront their conscience and stand up for what they believed in, they preferred to hide behind a piece of spectacular fence-sitting. And the only thing you achieve with that is a sore bottom. It's also a small price to pay when such vote dodgers could tell themselves, on hearing shouts of shame ring around the Commons chamber as the result was announced, that this wasn't aimed at them. They could quieten the voice in their head that said this is on you. After all, how could it be if they didn't take part in the vote? That's why it's surely time to quash the lousy moral get-out clause which allows MPs to field a skin-saving abstention on a House of Commons vote. After all, if a right honourable member feels uneasy about a subject, they should say so by voting against a motion, recognising that it can have serious consequences for the very people who put them in Parliament. For make no mistake, abstaining is an unsparing refusal to vote either for or against a motion. There are no shades of grey.